Remember Hillary? She said deplorable. And then she said irredeemable, right? But she said deplorable. That didn't work out. Garbage, I think, is worse, right? But
All right. So Joe Biden stuck his foot in his mouth massively yesterday during, I don't even know what this is, a live stream. He's like sitting on a small chair in some corner of the White House. Lord knows why he's doing this. But let's go ahead and watch this clip that everybody seems to be hanging on to in the midst of the final week of the election, and we will respond.
Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done, everything we've been.
It's really that was the moment right there where he seems to call all Trump supporters garbage, and of course people are hanging on to this is the basket of deplorables comment like Hillary Clinton did in 2016. There's an excuse popping around that like it seems like he stuttered and what he meant to say was like the things that they were saying was garbage. Let me play that back one more time.
Garbage I see floating out there is just
Wait.
or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware.
So he's
They're
obviously
good.
stuttering through that part. He's trying to say the people that the Puerto Ricans that I know or that I grew up with in Delaware are good people. He totally stutters through that. So that's
Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His
the only garbage I see floating around is his supporters from his supporters. You can't really make it out. It sounds pretty, unfortunately, bad. And there's a fair point to, the Republicans are going out and kind of running with this. And to Joe Biden, I say, what's your deal, man? I mean, like it's pretty obvious at this point that he's definitely bitter about how this whole situation takes place. You are somebody who has reached the ultimate pinnacle of power that is possible in modern human society, and you are pretty much, ripped out and tossed to the side and replaced because your prospects of winning are very, very poor and you're not really getting the message. So they kind of had to force his hand at the end there and getting him to step down. So I know he's bitter. It seems like every time Kamala is doing like a big major event nowadays, that Joe Biden comes in and finds a way to pull the rug out from under her or ruin the narrative or do something to just absolutely stick his foot in his mouth. Um, and of course, Republicans are running with it. Trump's already talking about it at a rally last night. Charlie Kirk is trying to be a big mouthpiece of this whole thing. And you cannot give these guys an opening, man. I mean, you have a really good opportunity to run on something in the final week. The Tony Hinchcliffe gaffe or bad joke or whatever you want to call it, calling Puerto Rican or Puerto Rico garbage. You could have run on that. You really had that. And now on the other side of it, you have a comment from Joe Biden to sort of equalize it out. I think there is a difference, though. I still think the Tony Hinchcliffe joke was worse because you are singling out one like racial group, one peoples, and calling them garbage. Whereas, and that could really motivate a lot of Puerto Ricans and Latino voters to vote or potentially switch a vote. Calling Trump's supporters garbage at this point. And now let's be clear, there are the Trump supporters who are just purely racist or purely vile or purely sexist, and those people certainly could be filed under the category of garbage or the things that they believe is garbage. But there are a lot of good people that honestly are just looking for a better economic situation. Maybe they're not as well informed, or there are a number of reasons why Trump has people supporting him. And so I will recognize that. But it's the people that were already going to vote for Trump. I don't, you can't vote any harder for Trump. You only get one vote, so it's not like this will, I don't think, amplify his vote in any way. It just gives them sort of a counter position, just an equal and opposite to sort of say, well, you know, we said it, you said it, all things are even, and now let's move on to the next thing. So Charlie Kirk being very, very loud, trying to sort of lead that movement forward. Trump giving a speech and mentioning it last night. I'm sure they're going to put that in ads as well. So Joe Biden needs to pretty much just zip it and go away for the last 7 days here. He's already done enough damage. And yeah, so good job with that. And let me know what you guys think about that particular comment. Is it going to hurt Kamala Harris in the last few days here? Does it matter? Is it worse than what Tony Hinchcliffe said or did? Let me know your thoughts.